Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't been here before, I do sailing videos, sailing content, and basically everything around sailing, Hobie 16s mostly. But the reason for this video today is I lost my drone. Had a Phantom 4, did a flyaway, and it was a very sad day. I did end up recovering it, but it was not flyable. So, there's only one thing to do when something like that happens, and of course it's to buy a new drone. So I wanted to talk about that new drone today, and the drone that I got is the Mavic Mini. Alright, now the Mavic Mini, for me, doing a lot of research on this, there's a couple things that I'm looking for in a drone when it comes to sailing. And it is something that can handle some wind, reasonable enough wind to sail in, is reasonable enough wind that I could fly in. And so we're talking maybe 10, 15, 18 miles an hour max. Once it starts getting into 20, 25 miles an hour, this one is actually rated up to 23 miles an hour, I believe. If I'm wrong, I'll correct it. And I haven't had any issues as of yet. I've flown this thing now twice, two or three times, and I say 2 or 3 times, that's 2 or 3 trips, so I'll probably fly it 5, 6, 7 times in each one of those trips, and haven't had any issues so far. So this is what we're looking at. It is literally the size of your palm. It is, each one of these arms folds out, and it then becomes the drone that you're familiar with seeing. Alright, so that is the drone. Now, some of the things that I want to show you about it, and the things that I was concerned about, is video quality. You know, what kind of quality are you getting out of this thing? Because the price of this brand new is $3.99 online. And is it good enough? Is it too good to be true? And those are some of the things that I wanted to know. It does not shoot 4K like my Phantom 4 does. I was kind of concerned about that, but watching some other videos and some other YouTubers on reviewing this stuff, they weren't concerned about video quality in any way when they compared it to some of the other drones that were out there. My Phantom 4 was a little older, so imagine that. So I'm going to put up a video of my Phantom 4. On the left will be some footage that I took with that, and on the right will be some footage that I recently took with the Mavic Mini. As you can see in this footage, I mean, really there's no compromise when it comes to the video quality, especially for what it ends up coming through on YouTube as. And I was just super happy with it. Some of the other features that it does, which I'll show you here as well, is it does what's called a droney, like selfie, but droney. These are really helpful shots when you're kind of just setting up the boat, you're there with some friends, and you just want to kind of get that shot of either all the boats lined up across the beach. There are some other shots, which is a spiral shot. It does a circled shot, and I'll show some of these right now so you can see. So this one is the circle shot here, and as you can see, it just kind of flies around whatever point that you select, and that point can even move if you want it to. Now we have the droney shot, which basically just kind of jumps up and gives you that point of view of where you are and where you are with the drone and stuff. And then there is the rocket shot, and that basically just goes straight up. Each one of these are really cool flight modes that allow you to take pretty cool shots, and super enjoyable. So here is the you've seen the drone. We'll go over some of the specs on this a little later, but I'll show you the remote here. This is the remote, and it is intended to hold a phone just like this. Alright, so here I have the the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus Note, and this is one of the biggest phones that you'll be able to get, and it still fits in here with no issues. I would say any bigger than this probably is not going to fit, but this is essentially what it looks like. So pop out these little antennas there, and you are set to go. So the way that it connects, unlike, we'll say maybe a Phantom 3, would be that it actually connects through USB to the phone itself, and it comes with a few different connections here. So the one that I use is, of course, the USB Type-C, and then this end goes to the controller itself. The Mavic Mini does come with the iPhone adapter, the micro USB, and the Type-C. So if your phone takes one of those, you will be able to fly this using the image on your phone. Some of the specs of this phone, or this drone, are it shoots at 2.7. That's what the gimbal camera is. This is the gimbal does float with the drone, so as you fly it will adjust and it will make a very smooth shot. You are able to adjust the camera up and down in a panning way. I'm sure I'll show some examples of some of that stuff now. And it has a remarkable 30-minute flight time. Great deal for this. I can't say enough good things about it. If you are in the market for a drone and you are concerned about flying over water, or trying to chase down a sailboat, because specifically that's the kind of stuff that I do, great option. Great option. Now, if you do want something that's going to handle a little bit higher winds, I'd probably go with a little bigger, maybe a Mavic Pro or a Phantom series. But if you're just looking for quick shots, $400, it'll get you into a drone that'll be able to do everything you could ever imagine. Technology is really getting so great with this that it's hard to compare to anything else. The other thing that I would mention, and which may keep you away from going with some of the bigger drones, is right here is, you may be able to see that it is 249 grams. So that's how much this weighs. And the important part about it weighing 249 grams isn't that it's light and it's cheap and you'll feel like this thing is very sturdy for how light it is. But at 250 grams is when you have to register your device with the FFA. So as long as it is under that, there is no regulation for these as far as registering them. Now my Phantom 4, I had to register it with the FFA. I had that registration number and it had to be on the side of the drone. That's not the case with this. So if you're looking for something, you really don't want to get too involved with it, you're not sure how serious you are with it, great option. I have the link to a coupon code, 5% off of this if you follow that description, and that does help support the channel. And so if you're looking for that, it's definitely a good option. Well, thank you guys for watching, and sail on.